Okay, this video is going to walk you through how to create the project program with variables. So I am starting on page 8, so this is where the project starts. Make sure you go through the lesson so you kind of understand what you're doing before you get there. So first of all, we're going to open up Python. So this is what the Python shell is going to look like. You're not going to do your typing in here. This is what's going to run the program. So the first thing you want to do, and if you go over here, it will click on each command, it'll show you what to do. So we're going to go to File and New Window, and then it's going to open up a new window for us to use. And so I've split my screen so you can see what I'm doing and the directions also. Okay, so the first thing you need to do before you start your program is to save it, because it won't do anything unless you save the program every time. So we are going to go over to our menu and we're going to do File, Save, and we're going to name it Variables with a Python extension. And we're going to push Save. And I already did this, so it's going to ask me if I want to replace it. And so we've saved it, and you notice at the top right here it says variables. Okay, so now we're going to start doing our programming. So in the Python window, we are going to, this is the editor window, we are going to type the word print, and you notice it turned purple the minute I typed it, so you know it's spelled right. And then it's going to ask you for your value. And so we're going to type in hello world. And hit enter. So at this point you need to save it again before you can run the program. So again, if you click on these, it'll show you how to save and how to run, but you just go over here, click save, and then run module, and then in the shell it's going to show you that it ran exactly what you did. So if you have an error in your coding, it'll give you an error message and tell you what line the error's in. Okay, so we are going to go to the next screen, and we are going to continue our programming. So the next thing you're going to do is you are going to type x for a variable equals spam, and enter. Then the next thing you're going to do is you are going to go down an extra space, type in print, whoops, spelled that wrong, print, so you notice it didn't turn the color when I spelled it wrong, and then X. And so then you're going to save and run this to make sure that everything is good to go. So we're going to save it, and we're going to run it. And you notice that it printed out correctly, and you can check your work over here because when it asks you to run, it's going to show you exactly what it should look like. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do our next variable, which is eggs. So y equals eggs. Just want an extra enter in there. And a lot of students forget to scroll down, but make sure you scroll down so you have everything in there. And then so you can check your work at the end. So the next thing we're going to do is under eggs, we're going to type print y. And then we are going to save and run it again. And it might seem like you're saving it and running it a lot, but it actually will help you in the end because you're checking your work and making sure there's no errors, especially when you get into more complex things. So our output looked like their output, and I restarted mine, so that's why it doesn't show the old stuff up top. Okay, so the next thing in between the print y and print x, we are going to type in print x plus y. And then we're going to save and run that again. So save and run. And then, oops. And then I gotta pull up my shell. And then if you see from my shell here, it matches what we've got over there. So we're on the right track. So now we've scrolled all the way down. We're gonna go to the next page. And then we're gonna move the cursor to the end of the code. And we are going to add some new coding here. So we're going to do x equals x plus, and then quotation marks, and then we're going to type in print, whoops, see, spelled that wrong again, print x plus y, and then below that we're going to type x equals x plus y, and then we're going to type print x. Okay, so we're gonna save and run the code again, and then this is what we should come out with at the end. So let's make sure we've got that. So save and run. So that's how you go through the first project, the first part of it, and then I will make another video for the second part.